Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This is Lee Jennings from the Funeral Portrait, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Recording in progress.
Hey, how are you, Lee?
Doing good. Can you hear me at least?
I can definitely hear you, yes.
All right, well, I just want to make sure that my AirPods, 1 second. All right, sweet. I'm going to turn the video on. I do apologize. I am in a moving vehicle because we are on tour right now.
Where are you guys at?
We're in New Jersey, but we're heading to Illinois. So we just got
it's a
done
long
with,
ride.
it's basically we're on like 5 tours at once. So we just got done with the first little bit, and now we're going to the next one. So just crossing
Did you
them
play
off.
in Jersey last night?
No, we did a radio interview this morning. So we played in
Oh.
Boston the day before. So
Gotcha. Well, cool. Thank you for taking the time. And I think it works out perfect. I can hear you fine and see you fine. So we're good to go.
awesome. I love that. Good.
Anyway, we could just jump right in if you want.
Yeah, I love
guess
that.
First, let's just start with the videos. I've been watching Hearst for Two and Holy Water.
Awesome.
Those are really, really well done. Like, you guys put a lot of time into those videos, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because like Hearst for Two, we probably like got it together in like a week.
Really?
So it's super funny, yeah. Because and same with Holy Water too. I mean, a lot of our stuff is so last minute because a lot of it is happening all at once, right? So for us, I don't know. It was one of those things that like one song went and then the other song went and the other song, and it's kind of been this like momentum kind of building. So it's been, and we're always on tour too. So it's like, okay, well, how can we all be together and do it, and all at once? So.
Yeah, I mean, they came together really, really well. And I mean, they don't look like your average, everybody playing in the background kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to it.
Always. We love lore, we love all that kind of stuff. So
Right.
It's kind of part of it.
How the heck did Ivan Moody get involved in this?
So last year we did a tour with Five Finger Death Punch and Marilyn Manson. And we got really lucky, and it was insane. It was in these like arenas, amphitheaters, and even in some stadiums. It was like huge, 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 kind of like our big break, right? And
Right.
on the tour, Ivan just became kind of a fan of the band more and more. And we kind of just stayed in touch a little bit. And I gave him my number. Nothing came of it until about January. We were on the tour that we were on in January, and I get a missed call from an unknown number. And it was Ivan. And he was like, "Hey, I just heard your song Holy Water on the radio. And man, dude, I'm obsessed with that song." He was like, "Listen, I really want to like help you guys out. And I also love the song. Like, what if I did a feature on it and we like re-released it and we did a music video and all this stuff?" And I was like, "Oh my God. Let's do it."
Hey.
And so it was one of those things that just kind of one thing led to the next.
That's great. What was it like touring with Manson? Were his fans pretty supportive?
Oh, yeah. I think it was, here's the deal is some of them, of course not, but that's just life, right? I mean, no one's going to be a fan of every single thing that you do, right? But like, I would say probably 90% of them were, and same with Five Finger. I think about 90% of their fans were into it as well, right? Like, at least the people that were more open-minded to new music. I think that's it too, right? There's a lot of people that come and see these quote legacy acts, that's all they listen to is that band, right? So they don't care. You could have been the best band in the world. They'll never listen to you because it doesn't matter to them. But, we gained some lifelong dedicated fans because of that tour.
That's great. So let's talk about the record then. So Greetings from Suffocate City is described as a concept album exploring themes of religion and violence. How did you guys approach the storytelling aspect of the album, and what inspired these themes?
Yeah, so a lot of it came from personal experience. I think a lot of it is, the way that we grew up, involved in, the church, or involved in the music scene, or involved in doing music for so long. I mean, the band's been around for 10 years, and it hasn't just been arena tours and, amphitheaters and House of Blueses. It's been crappy clubs, playing for just the other bands that you're on tour with for many, many years until finally it clicked, and then finally a lot of that came with the years and years of experience, so we wanted to kind of put all that together in one record, and that's what Suffocate City turned into.
Nice. So when you're writing then, are you writing like with a message or a takeaway for your fans, or are you just writing and hoping they catch on?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about, knowing that it's about everyday life, right? And about how we're doing and how, what we deal with every single day, right? So half of it's from experience of what I deal with having OCD or having depression or anxiety, right? Or it's about, Caleb, our guitarist, he deals with ADHD heavily, and he'll be doing something and then he'll go on to the next thing, and it will ruin his whole entire day because he didn't do the other thing or whatever it is, and that's kind of part of what this is, it's about all of our lives put together on a CD, on a vinyl, on a cassette, or, on streaming. It's there in front of everybody for them to listen to. Our life is on display.
Do you ever feel that or have too much concern that you're too vulnerable to put too much of yourself in a song or a lyric?
No, because the thing is I know that there's people out there that need it. There's people out there that need to listen to these songs that they feel so heavily, that they need that love. They need that, that knowledge that they're not alone.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
So would you say you guys have a sense of responsibility to your fans then?
In some sort of way, right? Like, I think, I think we're very connected with them, right? Like I know a lot of them by names. A lot of them have became friends over time because we've been doing this for 10 years, right? And stuff like that. Like, I think it's one of those things that they know what this band's about and what this band stands for, and what we, it's part of a family. That's what we've created, and that's what we're planning on keep on doing.
And I think by listening to you guys have this sort of message of inclusivity and community, and it sort of resonates through most of those songs. Do people pick up on that?
Oh yeah, completely. Songs like "Stay Weird" and or even "Alien" or whatever it may be. Those two, especially "Generation Psycho." Those three are pretty heavy on the community build. And a lot of that's because this is what we love to do, right? And we want to build that community. We want to tell people it's okay to not be okay. It's, "Stay Weird" was written literally to be like a love letter to younger me, right? Of being like, listen, stay true, stay you, things will be okay, because I dealt with it heavily when I was younger. I think every single member of this band did, bullying or whatever it may be.
Do you, you must have some really good stories then of how it connected with fans, right? I'm sure you get them after the show or emails. You got any good ones?
Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, we have so many. It's incredible because I think we have so many fans that they love to bring us like gifts and stuff like that, right? Or they, so many people have tattoos, or they ask me, write the word "stay weird" so I can get a tattoo, or write this or whatever. They love that. That's what they love, and that's what we're kind of working on is doing a little bit of it's putting it all together and hopefully in some sort of collection, so that way, because I keep everything. I know we all kind of do. Is
Right.
my we're here in an RV, but I have this bunk back here, and that's like mine. I have so many gifts already, and we just started the tour 4 days ago. So it's like,
Right.
but that's so cool that people take time out of their day to build stuff or make stuff. Like someone crocheted a huge rug for us, like one time, or someone made like a stool, or someone makes us blankets or shirts or plushies or whatever it is. That's so cool.
Right. So that must be pretty heavy, though, too, at the same time, right? I mean, lyrics that you've written in your basement or wherever you're in your van traveling are now being tattooed on somebody's arm. That's crazy.
It is. It is. Some people tell stories. They overshare a little. There's definitely
Right.
some overshareness. But I'm pretty good at just not disconnecting, but to be like, they needed that, and it's almost like a therapist, right? Like I'm I don't know. I'm good at that. I feel like I was put on this earth to help people. And that's why I do the funeral portrait. I'm not. I don't claim to be the best songwriter in the world or the best performer, but whatever. I think that I was on this earth to be a great singer and a great voice for the people that can't, the people that don't have a voice.
Right. Do you feel any sort of pressure to live up to Pandora's Artist to Watch for 2025?
Yeah, the Pandora, that was such a crazy experience, getting that call that we were going to be one of their artists to watch this year is insane. Like I never expected that. And I never expected it to do what it's been doing. And, we're on a billboard in Times Square. You know what I mean? Like, how cool is that? It's been nonstop of just like incredible things like that happening for us, and I'm just so excited to see where it leads, and for us, I hope we're living up to it. And I think we are. I think the thing is we are taking every opportunity that comes our way, and we're just going to keep doing us.
Yeah, ride the wave for sure. So what do you have planned the rest of the year then? I know you said you're on like 4 different tours at once. How does that work out?
So that leads us, and so we're out with Ice Nine Kills. We're also out with the Used. We're also out with Under Oath. We're also doing headlining shows. We're doing like 5 or 6 different festivals, and then we'll be home in June for a little bit, and then we're going to go right back out on tour and basically the rest of the year, and then we go to Europe to end out the year, and then we're planning on doing one of our big hometown shows too at the end of the year. So we'll see how it fully goes, and we'll see what happens next.
Awesome. And if fans want to find you then, Funeral Portrait everywhere?
Everywhere. Just type in the Funeral Portrait. You'll see my green hair. You know you're in the right place.
That's a trademark, huh?
Yep, exactly.
So that's all I had done. I know we have some shitty connections. Thank you, my friend. Stay safe on the road. And I haven't seen the routing. I don't know if you,
dude.
I don't know if you're coming to Richmond or anywhere near me here, but I'll have to look at the routing.
We actually, I believe we are. So if you see the show, I think we are. I can't remember. Here, I'm going to check real fast.
Oh, you know what? I lied. I lied. Amanda sent me the, I think I'm already approved. Like April 29th or something. Yeah.
Yep. April. Yep.
All right. So I'll come down and say hello. Yeah, I'll see you.
Awesome. Later, my man.
All right. Take care.
This is Lawrence Lanahan, journalist, musician, and host of Rearranged, an Osiris Media podcast about music arranging. Once a song is written, arrangers make musical decisions that shape how we end up hearing the song. And we're not just talking about adding orchestral accompaniment like horns and strings, or doing a cover version of a song. Arrangement can be putting happy music over dark lyrics, using samples, recording all acoustic, even tiny decisions like putting an electronic loop into an acoustic song to draw your attention to an important turn of phrase. It's all arranging. Rearranged episodes are documentary essays where I use arrangements to answer some big questions like, what is a song? And what can a song become? And how can the sound of a song change the meaning you take from it? Listening this way has changed my relationship with music. Tune into Rearranged, and maybe it'll happen for you too. Learn more at rearrangedpodcast.com.
Osiris.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Reed Mathis. I made a podcast called The Gifts of Improvising. That's coming out on Osiris. We talk to all your favorite improvisers.
Natalie Cressman, Marco Benevento, Tom Hamilton,
Aaron Magner,
Holly Bowling, Bill Kreutzmann, and Jay Lane.
So what, you're doing a podcast?
Yeah, I'm doing a podcast.
So don't fear if you hear a foreign sound to your ear.
We need the gifts of improvising.
Improvising.